Okay guys, so on today's episode we're actually going to go build those mining machines that I talked about in the last episode. I know I kind of got sidetracked because we had to get the chorus fruit farm, which is working flawlessly. It works out to every harvest I get about 2.5 stacks of chorus fruit off of it. So I think all in all that's worked out pretty good so far. So today we are going to be building our little cosmetic, they're purely cosmetic mining machines. I'm going to set 3 of them up down in the mining tunnels that are down below, and I'm starting to configure some new strip mines that are down there for us to be able to accumulate some more diamonds and whatnot. So that's what we're going to work on today. So sit back, relax, don't forget to subscribe, like the video, and share, and leave a comment. We're diving into the depths of our mining area here, and you can see I've got a little bit deeper on these mine shafts that I have down here, and that this one here I started configuring into where in the channels we're going to be digging and stuff. So that's what I've been slowly kind of chipping away at, and then I've also got down here the materials we're going to be using for building our little mining machines that are down here. So yeah, I'm going to kind of keep plugging away at expanding these tunnels and making more strip mines so that we have access to more materials. And then I've got to start closing off some things down here because this here is all the redstone that runs the pulsing energy system that runs up and down on our little energy conduits that runs here. So I'm going to be able to close up both of these sides and stuff. So yeah, let's just dive into getting the first one of these built. Okay, so cosmetically we've gone and created some, basically the kind of like tunneling machines that I've gone through and created. I built one larger one and then one smaller one. One of the smaller ones actually built inside to the tunnel here, and the other one's actually in this chamber. We're just going to switch over so you can have a quick boo at them. So here is the smaller one that I have. It's kind of rigged up and looking like it's working on drilling out this wall down here, and it's got its drill head and everything on there, and so it's just kind of plugging away at working at that. And then I've got a larger unit that's parked outside here, you know, working on whether or not it's going to go through and drill out a larger tunnel or something like that. And so it's just a bit bigger of a footprint on it. And all in all, I think they look pretty decent. And I used end rods for like the drill bit face on the end of these things. So the idea behind this would spin and, you know, dig out the tunnels. Purely just cosmetic, it's all it is. Just something to add to the kind of machinery look down here with the energy conduits and stuff. And then we've got a little stash of various things that have been mined out of these strip mines so far. So some redstone and iron and diamonds and gold, lapis and stuff. Yeah, I did actually put 6 diamond ore blocks up there, but it's okay. It's all for the look. Alright, the next bit of fun that we have to do is we're going to clear out another one of these lakes and get them ready to go for getting some ghost glass in there. And yeah, so we'll just jump straight into it. The lake that we're going to work on right now is the one that's directly in front of me here. So we're going to be digging out this one, getting it down so that we can get the 7 layers of glass all in place in there. So here we go. I'll probably do this one in a bit of a time lapse just so you can kind of get an idea of how long it takes to dig something like this out. So here we go. Okay, so we finished the first little bit of the mining over there, and I just came over and emptied out. I had 6 shulker boxes worth of materials that I am currently dumping into the auto sorter to load into its particular locations. But the thing we ran into, obviously, is our tools are completely wore out, and I still got like 4 layers worth of stuff that I've got to dig out in that cave system over there. Or not cave, the pond area that I'm digging out. So what I'm going to do now is we're going to head off to the Ender, and you'll be able to check out our Ender grinder that we've got to be able to grind out some XP to get some repairs on these tools, because we do have mending on both of our pickaxes, and they are both kind of broken right now. So, and off into our nether portal, and this will take us into the end here. As we leap into the end, we've got these little bubble beaters here that lead us out to where the farm is for being able to go and repair our stuff. Oh, let me turn off hostile mobs, because that's going to get really loud and annoying. So, music and sound settings, hostile creatures off. I have to turn it off because the Enderman is just dreadful to listen to when you're in here. So, and we just start killing away here. If we can get some good swipes in on these guys. Hello. And it doesn't, this really does not take long at all to get our stuff repaired up here. So we're already just about halfway through repairing this first pick. And I mean, every swipe we're getting some that are, ooh, are we actually, why am I taking damage? Oh, it's from Sweeney. Oh, goodness. I'm sitting there going, I shouldn't be taking damage. Why am I nearly dead? Oh, that was scary right there for a second. I'm like, why am I taking damage from these guys? That's crazy. That would have sucked, because if I had died, my gear would have landed into the hoppers, and it would have been toast. Okay, first pickaxe is repaired. Let's switch over to the other one. And just like that, we're repaired. All good. Unload our excess pearls into here. And we're out of here. Later. Obviously, I know he's doing a bunch of mining today, a bunch of resource mining. So, yeah, he's probably just as looking forward to diving into getting some repairs done on his tools. So, now it's back off to finish digging our hole. Okay, we've got the whole pit all dug out here now. Now we've just got to layer in the black concrete that goes all the way around and on the bottom. And then we got to do the multiple layers of green glass that's going to be in there. So I'm going to have to go back out to the mining desert and score up a whole pile of sand so that we can start smelting up some more glass, because I don't have any green glass left. So there's still a pond over there that I've got to finish, and as well as this one. So now it's time to go get some sand all dug up. Okay, so I just spent like a ton of time harvesting and going out and farming up sand. I have, if I throw down my shulker box, or my ender chest here, actually I could just look at this one. I've got these shulker boxes are all completely full of sand, plus some leftover sand here. And then I topped up the rest of these other shulker boxes that I've got for sorting things full of sand as well. I completely wore out 3 unbreaking, 3 efficiency shovels with mending, silk touch. I completely wore those out, all 3 of them. So that's how much sand I went and gathered up here. So I'm going to get the first batch in, just because I'm going to need tons and tons and tons and tons of green glass. So we're getting the first batch here cooked up to get the ponds all set up in place, and I'm going to sleep while it is nighttime again. And oh, that poor desert. I have taken so much sand out of that desert. It's absolutely ridiculous, because you think about all the glass I've used in this dome, all the glass that's in these little set pieces, more glass over here, more glass for the beehives, all the bottles I've made for the beehives. Like, I have just been destroying that poor desert. So, not to mention all the concrete too that we've made. All this concrete is taking sand as well. So it's yeah, that poor desert's getting beat up for sure. So I'm just gonna let this thing park and unload the rest of what I've got in my inventory here. And yeah, we're gonna bit by bit start getting this all cranked into glass. Okay, I find myself gaining more and more respect for the folks on Hermitcraft for how much time it takes to be able to put together a video. It takes a lot of time to come up with the content. I even noticed that, was it Doc M77's, one of his latest videos was just tons and tons of time lapses as he was trying to piece together bits and pieces of his build, and I feel his pain because this project has been quite a project working on those lakes out there. So the next thing I got to do is, we're going to sleep this night cycle out. And I got to get some green glass made up. Because we got to go and fill in those lakes right now. So I do have, I'm going to just throw this into here. I'm going to throw the diamond block into our precious items. Okay, so now I've got to make a bunch of green glass, and we need to take a bunch of black concrete out to those ponds, as well as I'm going to have to fix up these shovels, but I don't think I need the shovels here right away, so I'm just going to toss them up into here. We'll keep our silk touch pick, and I think I'll bring probably our bow in case we end up running into anything that we don't want to deal with, and some torches. And we're going to take a bunch of this black concrete because we've got to prep the pond that we're working on. Plus, there's some more green glass work that we've got to work on out here as well. So that one is full. I want to take one more shulker that is black concrete. Was that enough to fill it? 1, 2, 3, 4. One too many. One too many. Okay, and now, so that's 2 black concrete. Now the rest is going to be green glass that we've got to do. So we'll grab up an inventory of this real quick. And while we're crafting this up, I'm just going to swap out some of this glass here and craft up 1 set. Now we got to fill up these shulker boxes full of this stuff now too, so this will take a little bit while we get these all filled up, and then we'll be heading over to those 2 ponds. We'll finish up the one and then get the other one that we just finished digging out all done. Okay, we got this little pond all done and ready to go. As you can see, we got the multi-layered glass effect to give it that fog effect in there. And then, of course, we use the block concrete around the outside just to give it a more defined void look in there. So this pond's all done. Now it's the one that we were digging out earlier today. We're going to go get that one completely done. And I'll switch over to the cam account on that one. And you can watch the whole process of it getting filled in. And that fog effect starting to build as it's recording. And just like that, we have another completed pond ready to go here. Just take my bed off of it here. And yeah, we have another one of these sections done. We finished the glass over on the smaller pond over here. So that one is all completely done. And then we did this one over here. All in all, this is what's left out of 5 shulker boxes worth of glass. Is a little over 4 stacks, a little over 4.5 stacks of glass is left. 5 shulker boxes worth of glass to do this. That is insane. And what's even more insane about that, we still have this little pond over here to do, which shouldn't be too much trouble. But then there is this pond. And this one goes, oh, there's another little one up here, which is like super easy to do. But then this bad boy goes and goes and goes and goes. So we still have this pond to do. And then this one that goes down into the cave system here that we have to do. So still a ton of work. But then, like, we're that much closer to having all of the ponds completed now. So, I mean, bit by bit, we're getting there. It's been a process, and it's been a lot of work. But it is, all in all, I say it's coming along quite nicely. I'm looking at this pond here, and there might be an opportunity for me to try a different thing in there. I'm just gonna leave that little teaser in there. That I might try something to kind of mix it up a little bit, just to see how it looks. There was a picture that I found on Instagram that I thought looked rather cool, so I think I'd maybe give it a try in one of these ponds and see what happens. So, but all in all, I mean, this is looking really intense out here. Please leave a comment in the video. Tell me what you think of the overall build so far. I'm thinking it's really coming together nicely. We've got the real modern look inside. We've got the biodome protection system here. We still, got a little bit of work to be able to finish up the actual outside of the dome and stuff. But all in all, this is looking pretty intense. And then there's going to be a transport tube that comes out of the dome that heads off into Isolation City. So now it's just a matter of getting prepped up for the next round of digging that we've got to do for these other ponds. I think I'm going to get myself a bunch more shulker boxes and probably 2 or 3 more picks so that I don't have to run back and repair as often. So that's what I think my goal is going to be for right now, is getting that stuff done. I really would like to nail down and get the outside terraforming all complete. So I know that this video was a lot of time lapse, and but it gives you kind of an idea of the grind factor that you end up going through when you're working on build scales like this. Like this is an absolute massive project here, and it does take a long time to do it. Everything is hand done. It's all farmed. None of this is done in creative. So it just gives you a little bit more of a perspective as kind of what it takes to build these massive projects. So I hope you guys like the video. Please subscribe. Ring that notification bell so you can be notified when I upload new videos. And leave a comment. With that said, guys, thank you for watching, and we will catch you next time.